Welcome back to our web series on payroll testing. In our previous sessions, we talked about the importance of and potential pitfalls in payroll testing, including an overview of our EasyClone tool. EasyClone quickly and securely copies employee data between instances of Employee Central Payroll, and on-premise SAP. Having the ability to create relevant, useful employee test populations greatly simplifies the effort needed to successfully perform payroll results tests. In today's session, we take the functionality another step forward, illustrating how SpinifeX tools can also be utilized for full payroll system migrations, such as when moving from one on-premise SAP system to another, or from on-premise to the cloud-based Employee Central Payroll. So what do you need to keep in mind when planning for your implementation? Well, the steps are obviously more complex than what we show here, but they can basically be boiled down to 3 key points. First, you need a plan for taking that payroll configuration you heavily rely on into the new system. Second, of course, the employee population must be migrated, and along with that are questions to consider, such as how much master data to move over and how far back should you go for the historical payroll results. And finally, with those 2 pieces in place, it's time to validate some more. Verify that the master data is accurate and that payroll will execute, comparing the results to the old system results to make sure that it doesn't just run, but it runs correctly. Our Easy Migration tool was designed to meet exactly those 3 needs. Migrate the configuration, migrate the people, and validate those results. The fact that each of those steps is highly automated by the tool means a drastic reduction in the time spent to execute the migration. Results, of course, can vary among organizations, but spending weeks or perhaps just days instead of months is very much a reasonable expectation. Taking a brief look at each of those key steps, here is step number 1, copying the payroll configuration. Allow Easy Migration to copy your table configuration, schemas, rules, and features using an RFC connection to move the data from the old system into the new. Tool functionality includes the ability to run in test mode, as well as the creation of audit logs for tracking purposes. Also, the configuration selected to be migrated is displayed in a preview mode, so that you can fine-tune the selections prior to execution. The amount of time that the tool saves as compared to manually recreating the configuration in the new system is astronomical. You already know a little about copying employees if you joined our earlier sessions, as those included a demonstration of our EasyClone product. The same functionality is rolled into Easy Migration so that selected employees, just a few or perhaps many, can be copied into the new environment. End-user flexibility allows for the specific identification of just what data to include during the copy. And if your target system is a sandbox or test environment, you may choose to utilize the scramble options so that sensitive data is disguised. Here's that all-important final step, validating the results of the configuration and employee migrations. The Easy Migration tool includes reports that compare payroll results between the old and new systems side by side, highlighting just the differences. It's not necessary to run an individual report in each system and then manually compare the 2. With Easy Migration, it's a one-step process using an RFC connection. Before I end, I want to mention a few more features of Easy Migration. One of those is the ability to map existing fields into new values during the copy process. For example, say you have personnel areas in the old system that all start with 1, but you would like that to become an A for the new system. So personnel area 1001 becomes A001, 1002 becomes A002, and so forth. That list of translations can be incorporated into the tool so that when Easy Migration runs, the values loaded into the new system utilize the new format. Another great usage for this would be on wage type codes. Some other features include the ability to copy configuration on a per country basis, or conversely, for more than one country at a time. When it comes to copying the employees over, there's flexibility provided in terms of how much payroll history you want to bring over, and also special logic you can employ to delimit master data info types as of a given date, such as the go-live date. Thank you so much for joining today's session. I hope you come away with some understanding regarding the Easy Migration tool and how it can benefit organizations during payroll migrations. For our next session, we will expand our discussion of Easy Migration to also include our correlating product that we call Easy Go Live. Stay tuned to learn more about simplifying your payroll system migration.